This is Mark. He's just an average boy. He loves playing football and hanging out with his mates. In school, his love for chemistry and biology made him want to become a doctor. He loved watching series like Grey's Anatomy and already knew what specialty he wanted to go into. There was only one problem. The other subjects at school were just too hard for him to understand. No matter how much effort he put in, the results just weren't good enough. After getting his grades, he applied to all the universities. He was rejected by every single one of them. This really made Mark upset, but his dream of becoming a doctor was so strong that he searched online for other options. And suddenly, he read up on something that would help him realize his dream.
With a 20% rise of medical school applicants from the year 2020 to the year 2021, a record number of more than 28,000 applicants was recorded in that year. Just going to show how the number of want-to-be doctors increases year by year. When trying to get a place to study medicine, many encounter setbacks, which in return stops them from being able to secure a place.
The traditional way of getting a place to study medicine will be to get really good high school grades and then send over an application to universities. Of course, the specific grade requirements will differ from country to country the same way they'll differ from university to university. We believe that someone's dedication to the craft and specific characteristics like empathy or people skills play a bigger role in determining whether someone will be a good doctor than, for example, grades they got in geography or English literature. Most of these more important characteristics being things you simply can't assess with a sheet of high school grades.
Another option is to go to a private university, where it is much easier to get a place compared to their public counterparts. You would, however, have to fork out a huge sum every year just for tuition. For example, some medical universities charge up to more than 40,000 euros per year. That's, for example, a deposit on a house, a brand new Audi A3 or 60 brand new 4K TVs. For the ordinary person, that's not an option.
But what is an option is liking this video and subscribing, because it's totally free. So if you are enjoying this video, hit that like button, subscribe and turn on your post notifications for more content.
Our last option would be to find a university that is relatively inexpensive and just requires you to sit an entrance exam that is related to the field of medicine.
A bit like how it is in Austria. For years, the country has been known all over the globe as a place where people come to get a good education and a fair entrance criteria. The only downsides being that you have to learn German if you don't already know it, and the proportion of students applying to spaces is very, very high, making it at the end of the day arguably just as hard as all the other medical universities to get a place.
If only there was a way to have a medical university with all three. A simple and fair application process, inexpensive tuition prices and a good admittance to the application rate.
Well, the good news is that it's certainly possible, and now we're going to tell you the exact information that Mark found out to almost 100% guarantee himself a place to study medicine.
As mentioned before, Austria was and always had been a famous choice for medical applicants. But people don't know about their newer European neighbor, which is Romania. Contrary to many other medical universities, in this country you can decide to study in a range of different universities which offer their courses in different languages like Romanian, English, German and French.
To get a place, the only requirements are that 1. You have a high school diploma once you start, and 2. You sit an entrance exam that at the end of the day isn't excruciatingly hard to pass, allowing all those that believe that they're able to complete the degree to give it a shot and actually start studying.
And at this point I can ask myself, is this really true? Can I really get admittance? This makes no sense. Why is then no one going there? Is it really that affordable? And would the education really be as good as in my home country? And the answer to this is yes, yes, and again yes. Tuition fees are affordable. The monthly expenses like food, rent and transport are much cheaper than in most of the other European countries, and the degrees are internationally recognized. So what other reasons do you actually need to start studying here?
Currently, there are countless international students actually studying medicine or dentistry here. Like this guy, for example, who's from Manchester and a third-year medical student here. Or maybe this guy, who's from Bolton and a third-year medical student here. The links are in the description below if you want to hear their unique stories. Every year, the number of medical students flocking to this country is rising, so much so that some universities have to extend their facilities to house all of them. It's really a hidden gem for aspiring medics that we're trying to bring to light.
As we said before, the application processes in Romanian universities are at least as easy as in other countries. The only problem is that if you don't know the structures inside a country, it's very hard to apply. There are loads of universities all over the country, but which one should I choose? Sometimes it's hard to extract information about every single one of them. So if studying medicine or dentistry in Romania is something like Mark you would also consider, just fill out the form on our website or message us on Instagram. We will get back to each one of you as soon as possible.
We're in the same situation as Mark, failing to secure a place to study medicine in our home country, but still determined to find an alternative elsewhere, which is just as good, if not better. And that's how we came across Romania. Since coming here, we've really seen the education offered here for what it's worth. And under no obligation, we've decided to make these videos to help other people who are in the same predicament as us realize that there's hope, and that hope lies abroad. If you've made it this far into the video, we hope that this has given you newfound hope and another potential option when thinking about where and how to secure yourself a place in med school.
It is, like so often in life, about the perspective from which we look at things. If our plan is not working out, we should always have a look for other options to reach our goal. Yes, it is hard to get a place to study medicine or dentistry. And yes, it will cost you energy to research. But if this is really your dream subject, you should never lose hope. There are so many doctors out there working already for years, and many of them didn't get a place right away. One fact unites all of them: they never gave up. You will meet a lot of people who will tell you, based on your grades or based on their own disappointment, that you should rather do something else. Mark will become a doctor, because he is stepping out of his comfort zone and is chasing his dream. Now is the right time for you to chase yours.
So we are on our way to the first 1,000 subscribers. As always, if you enjoyed the content, give it a like and also subscribe to our channel because it helps it to grow immensely.
We post videos every Wednesday on medicine, dentistry and our lives here in Romania in general. So follow us on Instagram, TikTok and check out our blog if you want to see the lives of fellow students here. See you next time, la revedere
and ciao!